Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Waverly from Judy Okawa. This one I found on Pinterest, but then when I went to look, because I a lot of times I'll go back and check and see just by chance if it's on Tangle Patterns, and it was, because Linda does such a nice job, and she provides some other information. And so even though I found it on Pinterest, I'm going to put the link in the chat. Ha! I've got all my things mixed up. I'm going to put a link in the description section to that so you can take a look. Oh, it's just brilliant. I'm going to show you first just one section, and then how we can play with it. All right, so starts off with 4 dots. I'm going to just draw a big one here. 4 dots in a square. And then on 2, up to you which direction you're going with it. Curve lines, like so. Then another curve line, and this would be, so these are curving to the left, and this one, it's going to curve up to the top like this. It's kind of a mirror N, isn't it? Or a mirror Z. All right. Then on this section, and she just has us putting 2 additional lines. No, you know what? I'm thinking you can play with it, of course. If you want, if yours is bigger, like this is kind of big, where you could put more lines in, but you know what, I don't know. And then in this remaining V, we're just going to put 1, pretty much subdividing. And if you follow the curve, and this is why it's nice to use the curve of the natural curve of your hand, like you plant your heel down. If you've not heard me say it, if this is the first video that you've watched, this is why I like to explain things, because I'm just assuming that maybe this is the first time you've seen me, first time you've ever heard of this, and I want to make sure that you get it. So you plant your hand and then use the natural curve, and it's nice. It makes for a chance of more consistent curves if you have a challenge with curves. All right, then you can finish this off in one of 2 ways. Let's see. You can either draw. I'll just tell you. You can draw a straight line across both, or you can make little scallops like that. Then for shading, what we would do, and of course up to you. But because these look like they're tucked underneath here, I'm going to put graphite on this side, because that's the part that's tucked under. We'll spread it out a bit like that. And actually, I see. Oh no, I'm looking at something at Linda's step out, and she has it a little bit differently, but it's because they did it in a row. So, and I did one in a row already as I was playing, and in this one we'll draw this straight so that way you can see. So you could just pretty much just connect the dots or the ends, or if they're really way out, you can just draw a straight line and then extend as needed, like that. Same idea here. I went to sharpen this pencil, and there was something was stuck in the end. Something had broken off, and I didn't realize it. So it was just like, oh, crunch, crunch. Oh, why is this also misshapen? Oh, well, that's why. Okay, that was the one place that she did, and I like this a whole lot. Let's just see. But then Linda also put one here, so that really, it sinks this bottom part down Oh, yes. Like that. Neat. There's always so many ways that you could do this. Now, one additional thing that I wanted to share. So, to do this, though, let me interrupt myself. So, we did the 4 dots, right? You just keep, you put 2 rows of dots, and then you just do the same thing. You treat it like a fragment, right? And you just repeat it. Speaking of it, as a fragment, let's do this, because I saw these neat things, and I on the on Judy's step out, and I was like, oh, well, that's interesting, but I didn't look too far because I really wanted to play with this. So, but then as I'm reading, she talks about, well, we treat it as a fragment, so let's do that. And so we'll do 9 square dots. And so we're going to repeat this, but we're going to do 1 4 square at a time. So curved line going out here. Oh, well, yeah, we're going to do it. Okay, this is an experiment live. All right. Because I didn't try it yet. I like to do these things, just, and because I don't like to take any cuts, it just adds to everything. And let's see. Maybe I won't finish them off. Well, I guess on the end we could here. So let's do a little bit of a curve line, because I like that personally. But let's leave this. Okay, so we have this way. Turn, do the same thing. So we're going to have a curve line coming out here and out here. Diagonal. Yep, so we don't need to put anything down here because this is going to take care of it. And then this one up here. Okay. Shift, do the same thing again. And what's nice, the steps are easy to remember. And it's all just curve lines. Of course, unless you make that straight, then that wouldn't be a straight line, then that would be a curved line. Neat. Turn one last time. Rinse and repeat. Now here I see we'll have to just do a little bit of extensions carefully, but that'll be okay. All right, so here, when you have to do something like this, the takeoff and land concept is really nice, so that way you just kind of trace over a little bit of the existing line and then continue on. Then you don't get so much of a bump. I mean, you can kind of see, but if we shade this, and how cool is that, right? Huh? And there's, a couple other examples in the variations section underneath the step out. And again, that's in the description section. So I'm going to shade this. How fun is that? And honestly, you could have a dot grid however big you want and do that, or flip it up some other way. Fun. All right. Oh, and then on top of it, I'm thinking, well, this makes, besides it can be a fragment in and of itself, it's also could be a bit of a reticula where you could decorate if you wanted to. She doesn't show it decorated, but it's Zentangle. You hashtag do what you want. I do like to stop after every one and just look at it because it's so fun. Oh, so neat. All right, I gotta figure out something on the outsides, but I'm on this inside. This is just screaming to shade it here, and all of these little intersection, or well, yeah, where these are kind of tucking under. It's a neat kind of a weave type. Turns into like a weave type pattern, and then yeah, we'll figure something out here for the outsides. Or oh no, just and now we can't just leave them. Can't just leave them hanging like that. But all right. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's amazing, huh? Well, let's see. Here's what well, gosh, there's a couple ways. It's almost like this looks like black and white, and this is like real life or something. As if it was in color. That's what I'm feeling like. All right. I think the first thing depends on, do I want them up or down? Well, let's see. Let's just put some graphite in the middle here. And then maybe on this side too. But let's start with the middle. All right. And as I do this, experimenting, make sure to check out the description section for all of the extra stuff. Besides the step outs, I have there's ways to connect with me if you wish. So link to my website, Facebook page. If you're interested in classes or tangling with other people, it's almost that a lot of times more than it is, like a class type setting. You can see those offerings on my website. Also, ways to follow me. So if you're interested in that, the Facebook page is a great way to do that. I'm putting some on right on the inside of the outside. And yeah, so that's a great way to follow. Also, I mean, if you're interested in, everybody's in a different time zone, and what's nice about following on Facebook, there's some other places that I post classes. And any of those places, works, whatever works for you, and that information is there. But then it's in your time zone for the most part. We've had one that's had some issues with it showing the wrong day. Oh, look at that. Isn't that neat? Okay, but it's screaming for, this needs to be a little bit darker. Anyway, we had one of the places I post, it was like showing the next day or something, like all of a sudden, just really, really weird. So things happen. All right, but I do, my classes are on consistent days, consistent times, so you kind of know what to count on, unless it's something really weird. Look at that. In my schedule, and then I do try to make that well known that there's a change. All right, so besides that, also link, oh my gosh, that's amazing, link to our amazing Tangle Addicts Facebook group. So if you'd like to be a part of the conversation, have a nice I've been saying safe place, because it is. Everybody is so supportive, and it doesn't matter how you think your tangling is ending up. We'll be the judge of that, is what we say. And it's so much fun, again, to just have a nice community of supportive tanglers. So that information is there. Do know that there are 4 questions that have to be answered to gain entry. Oh, I'm liking it. And yeah, I think that's it about that. All right, because I'm rambling as I'm shading, because this is just turning out. So this is just feeling naked right here. So let's just add a little. And if you're wondering what I was just using, it's a colorless blender by Prismacolor. Oh, this is the one I sharpened on the wrong end. It works on graphite too. It is quite amazing. I think I'm liking that. Let's bring it out this way though a little bit. So we explore also, because a lot of my classes are free. We do have some that are paid. This is one of the things that came out of one of our paid classes on gems some time ago, and I'll do follow-ups, and Oh, yes. And kind of continue on. The last one we did was called String of Pearls, so we kind of took gems to another level. And we just have a lot of fun. So some are paid, a lot of them are free. Check it out. If you have any questions, do let me know. And if you've enjoyed this, and I hope you have, please click the like button. And if you liked it enough to see more, I hope that you would subscribe to the channel. I've already mentioned ad nauseum the description section, or the description section. And I think that's it. So, what a cool tangle, right? Just so neat, so versatile. I love these kinds of tangles. All right, so with that, again, thank you so much, as I continue to play, for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.